What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Pokemon Legends Arceus. In the last episode, we made it here to the top of the Alabaster Icelands, where Snowpoint Temple awaits. And within Snowpoint Temple is none other than Sabi and her Braviary, and then also apparently some other person from the Pearl Clan. Who might you be, I wonder? Hi again, Akari! It's nice having someone new out here to play with, safety in numbers or something like that. Anyway, here's Snowpoint Temple. I've opened the front door for you. Just a little more chasing left for you to do. But the real question here is, am I really having fun playing with you, or am I bored? I mean, you kind of already stated your intent, but okay. And who are you exactly? I heard what Warden Sabi said. If you have Warden Sabi's approval to enter, then by all means do so. But be warned, those who cannot solve the temple's puzzles won't get very far within. I've heard that the trick is to pay attention to which way the stone statues are looking. Come to think of it, I believe the statues have some sort of patterns on their chests, too. Okay. If you try to get up here before Sabi, comes over this way, this guy's going to be blocking the door, so you're not allowed to go in. That's pretty much all there is to it. He's just the doorman. Think of him like the guy blocking the cave that you get in to get to Mewtwo or whatever. Okay, so we got all of these statues, and they're all looking a certain way, and they happen to have different symbols on them. Now, this is kind of important. You also do have Pokemon in here as well, mostly Bronzor and Bronzong, but there are a couple of other Pokemon. So we're going to just this one's just a demonstrative area, just kind of showing you all of the different symbols that you can encounter in this particular temple. They don't really have anything to do with anything at the moment, so I wouldn't worry about them too much. I am probably going to fight my way through this temple as much as I can, though, just because it's really hard to kind of go deliberately around Pokemon in here. It's not like the easiest thing to do. So we're just going to kind of fight our way through, and then we'll start to get into areas where this will all make a little bit more sense. So, oh yeah, we got Zubat here. What do I actually need to do with Zubat? Rock-type moves. Well, shoot. All right, well, see ya. So I'm going to go down really quickly, just kind of looking at things. Okay, yeah, that's right. So, I don't want to actually mess with that until a little bit later. We'll get back to that. Don't you worry. We will. Let's just keep going. Keep Genevieve out. I probably should actually heal Adam. I did a little bit of item crafting between episodes, and I actually just got a super potion, which is perfect for that. Thank you very much. I want to keep as much space as I've got 5 slots. Let me actually go in and see if I can craft some more. I know I got a bunch of iron chunks. Gigaton balls, I could probably stand to make like 16 more to get a nice even 40. Ultra balls, we can make 13 more to make a nice even 50. And then with the rest, I guess we'll just make wing balls. Perfect. And that does away with all of our iron chunks. We'll get more in due time. Now let's keep going. All right, so I'm going to head up this way. I don't think anything's going to chase me this far. I think we should be fine. But it's all going to make sense here in a little bit, I promise you. It also doesn't help that it tells us exactly where we're supposed to go with the pointer. So right here we got the statue holding the rock, and it's pointing this way towards this one right here. You can see the arrows where they're pointed. And this one's going all the way over this way. And then once we get to here, you will see that we have ice, rock, and then the other one. So we can investigate these. Faint traces of an ice pattern on the statue's chest. And then you can go over to this one all the way at the end with the rock. Faint patterns of a rock on the statue's chest. And then this last one with the stone. Faint traces of a steel pattern on the statue's chest. Now, let's head back to the door. We're going to investigate it. There are 3 panels fitted into the door. Each panel has a pattern carved into it. There are faint traces of words carved on the door as well. Wither the statue's gaze. Which panel will you press first? We're going to press the rock panel first. Then we're going to press the steel panel, and finally the ice panel. And there we go. Very simple start, but it gets a little bit more elongated later on. So let's continue. Okay, so our next set, we've got this statue over here. Nothing behind it. Oh, don't want to miss that wisp there. Luckily, it always counts as basically nighttime, so you can always see these things in pretty broad. It's pretty obvious where they're at, so let's continue. So yeah, this one first, we've got the ice pattern. Then we've got this one pointed in an interesting direction. So it's ice, rock. Then we've got steel. And then it's pointing to whatever one that is with the symbol. All the way through here. Ice, rock, steel, rock. And then finally, ice again. So ice, rock, steel, rock, ice. In that order. All right, here we go. So start with the ice, rock, steel, rock, ice. And that should do it. So that's a little bit more complicated. I mean, it's still pretty, it's just a memorization thing, obviously. And it's not like you're on a time limit. So it's really simple. But now you can see right away we've got steel and rock, right? Well, you actually need to go back to where the original, very first statue is at to start this entire thing. So we're going to want to go all the way in here first. And this is the beginning one because there's nothing pointing to it. So steel to start. Then ice. Steel, ice, rock. Ice again. Steel, ice, rock, ice. Steel, rock. So steel, ice, rock, ice, steel, rock. Steel, rock, ice, rock, steel, rock. I think I got that right. Okay, steel, ice, rock, ice, steel, rock. I believe I did that correctly. Yes! Okay, got it. A little harder to remember right off the top of my head. I think there's maybe one more after this, but that might have been the last one. Luckily, there's no Pokemon when you're going up this way, which is good. Oh, never mind. I am totally incorrect in that. And actually, I need that Pokemon. I really need that Pokemon. Curlia would be great to have for... What am I spotted by? Hello? I need Curlia for the hairdresser in Jubilife Village. They actually want one for additional hairstyles. But I need that Curlia to be looking the opposite way. You know what? And I think it's funny that you can use smoke bombs in very obvious places like this, and the Pokemon just don't think anything of it. Of course, there's also a Gallade there, so that's going to be a little more complicated. You know what? We'll throw an Ultra Ball at this thing. And I went the wrong way around the item wheel. There we go. Got it. All right, and then we're going to try to get the Gallade. Oh, how in the world did that thing not stay in the ball? Wow. I'm actually shocked. Let's try it again. Nope, that's not working. Huh. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to go back to the smoke bomb. Kind of keep it on the ground. Where did... Oh, it ran! Oh, no! Oh, that's not what I wanted. Son of a gun. Okay, well, I'm going to throw out a few cakes, see if I can distract this Gallade. And then we can catch it with a Gigaton Ball. I can't believe I wasn't able to get that Curlia. Well, let's try this way then. I mean, I can always come back and get it, but a little frustrating I couldn't get it on the first try, especially when it's such a simple Pokemon. At least we got the Gallade at level 70. Not bad. Not bad at all. One of the toughest Pokemon to one of the tougher, Pokemon to capture this game. I already have a Ralts though. I don't really need them as much, so it'd probably be better to just take this one out. Which the number defeated, and I've already given it food a bunch, but I guess we could give it food again. These ones, I forgot exactly what food they prefer, but I'm gonna try honey cakes. Maybe that's the one? Is that the one you like? I think it is. Maybe not. It just kind of disappeared on you. Let's try that again. Threw it a little too far, apparently, because this Ralts is very slow. Apparently, this one doesn't know how to eat. Apparently, it does not have a sense of self-preservation. It's not able to do that very well. Nope, that's not the one either. I can't imagine it's some mushroom. I didn't think it was mushroom cakes for you, but maybe. Seriously, this Ralts doesn't know how to eat. It really doesn't. Oh my goodness. Eat. Here, let me see. Oh, you know what it might be? Let me actually check my cakes again. It might be... No, it should be honey. Because you're a frickin' fairy type. Eat it. Oh my gosh, this Ralts is so dumb. Alright, fine. Apparently this one doesn't even know how to eat, so I better just knock it out, and then maybe, I don't know, something else can deal with it later, because this thing is too stupid to even... Like, I get that it's a baby or whatever, but it's also level 17. If it made it this far, you would think it would at least know how to, like, I don't know, do the simplest act ever and actually preserve its life in some way or another. But nope, apparently that is too much to ask of that thing. Okay, that was the last puzzle. Sabi is here. Let's talk. I guess I've been caught, so we're nearly done. That's no fun. Hey, remember my clairvoyance? It showed me something else. I saw you flying with Braviary. Do you think that'll come to pass? I'll make sure it does. Well, however the future turns out, flying with Braviary isn't easy. If you really want to be able to fly high in the sky, prove to me you're strong enough. Gonna take us on? Let's do it. Now get ready, because here comes Rhyperior, Magmortar, and Electivire. All three of them. At the same time. Well, if you have a ground type in this situation, it's actually probably the best thing to be throwing at them. But we'll use Genevieve, I think, kind of to start here. They are all relatively strong. We're going to start with Rhyperior because I can use an Energy Ball on you. Easiest one to deal with in this situation. And then I think we'll switch on to the other two. Especially because Rhyperior, I believe, is also the only one that's level 50 and the rest are in their 30s? Is that correct? Let's see. Yep, they're all in their 30s. Okay, well, in that case, let's switch on over to Adam here. And then I'll start mud bombing these guys. I think I'll just leave Electivire for last because Adam can obviously tank the hits. So you can just use a mud bomb, and that should do the job. I can't wait to get an actual stronger move. I need to go and actually earn some moves over at the dojo, though, with Adam. But we're actually almost at a point where I can start to, where I can actually get the MP to evolve Adam finally, so I'm also kind of waiting on that. But there we go, battle decided. Beautiful. Not bad at all. I like how Adam got less of the, I guess Adam didn't face the Rhyperior, so it sort of makes sense. Wow, you caught us and you beat us. You've won all our games so far, but Braviary still wants to know how to get to know you better. Up to the roof we go. All right, let's head on up. Are there any more Pokemon up this way? I guess we'll find out. But we got one final ride Pokemon to get to know. So it's kind of important that we get this. Oh my gosh, we're just here. Okay, I mean, it's not a very big roof. I wonder if there's probably a wisp up here at night, though. And you can actually go up in here. Ooh, hold on a moment. I'm going to look up here. There's got to be a wisp up here at night or something like that, right? You would think it's all this space just going to waste. I don't know. Well, we'll find out probably a little bit later on because I am going to be coming back for those. But let's talk. Not to you. Jeez. All right, Braviary. Why not test out Akari's strength for yourself? Oh, we got to fight the Braviary? Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm trying to remember what the Braviary's typing is, and I think it's Psychic. I'm pretty sure it's Psychic, which is why I'm just going to use a strong style Ceaseless Edge and just instantly take care of the problem. That's why I switched to Roddy at the beginning, because I wasn't entirely sure, but I had a feeling. And there it goes. Psychic Flying, yeah. Just a little bit better at being a Psychic Flying type than Swoobat. I'm obviously kidding. All right, I can't believe Braviary lost, but that's that. Thanks for playing with me. Guess I'll head home now. Bye. Wait, what? I thought we were gonna get Braviary. I was kidding. Play along with me on your flute. Oh, I know this song. I really wish there was like a system in this game that was kind of like the Ocarina. Not that I want to play it every time, but like the first time where you just learn the song and then you can just play it on demand. That would be, and then that's like the song that goes with each of the ride Pokemon. I don't know. Really wish they would have switched that up a little more. Braviary opened his heart and learned well the sound of your playing. And there we go. We have gotten ourselves the final ride Pokemon, and probably the best one. This is the one that just breaks the game in half, and I am so happy to finally have it in my arsenal because it's going to make life so much easier for specifically target farming certain Pokemon and items and things like that. Anyway, sure, having a Kari to fly around with should be fun for Braviary. Yeah, I'm glad. A world where people and Pokemon live and work together. Huh. Tell me, why do you think that the lightning that comes from the rift would cause these frenzies? Do you think this is Almighty Sinnoh's anger, or do you think this is a trial it's putting to us? If it is a trial, if we prove ourselves worthy, and we quell the last noble, calm Avalugg, then the rift really ought to close, right? Even if the one who seems to be clearing this trial is a newcomer like you, not one of us who've been living here in Hisui for ages now. How come you're playing all wise? I thought you weren't a big thinker, Adaman. Hush, Sabi, I can feel history on the move. And as far as I can see, the one ushering in this new era is you. So if I stick with you, someday I might get to meet Almighty Sinnoh myself. The question is, does listening to Adaman fascinate you or bore you to tears? Definitely the latter. Anyway, Akari, it's time for you to go soar with Braviary. If you jump from way up here, Braviary can take you gliding just about anywhere. But don't forget to get the Eternal Ice. That's why you need Braviary in the first place, right? Avalugg's legacy is down there. Right up on top. Now go get a feel for flying with Braviary. Then when you're done soaring the skies and want to land, just ask him to dive. Alright, let's do this thing. I can't wait to actually show how this works. You have to be a little bit careful with this one, though, because you can actually end your adventure if you do something stupid here. So, you can see initially that Braviary immediately goes up higher from where you're at, which is good because it gives Braviary a lot of space to glide. So you just hold B to dash wherever you want to go, Y to dive, which is great. However, when you're in the air, please do not press the plus button. If you do, you will just drop, and only Braviary can save you. If you fall from a certain height, you will just straight up game over and go right back to your camp and lose a bunch of stuff, and you don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to do that. Trust me, it's not fun. But yeah, Braviary is extremely useful because, again, it just breaks the game in half. You can just take off from basically any point. If you fly into a wall, you can go right to Sneasler and then just kind of switch back and forth. Of course, you do have to be careful because if you take off with Braviary, you're suddenly really high and you'll take damage if you let go. So you're going to have to kind of dive back down if possible and then just get low enough that you won't take too much damage like I just did there. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky to get the hang of. Not too tricky. I mean, just comparatively to the other Pokemon you've had up to this point. So, last thing I want to do before we go to Avalugg's Legacy is, yeah, I want to get that satchel down there. So let's do that. Getting to Avalugg's Legacy will actually be very easy. Now, Braviary does, I believe, very, very slowly lose a little bit of altitude over time. But when I say very slowly, I mean it may as well be inconsequential because it's so easy to right yourself and then just have Braviary take off again to the point where it's not going to cause you a problem. It's not like gliding in Breath of the Wild, I promise you that. It's way more simple, and you can basically stay at the same altitude for way longer when you're dashing. So, off to Avalugg's Legacy we go. And actually, while I do that, let me get rid of my pin really quickly. Let's also... Oh, yeah, I can't turn in the satchels while I'm flying. And let's land. Let's see what we got. We do have Crunchy Salt up here, which is interesting. And I guess I can take that. And let me turn in this Lost and Found. And now it looks like I actually have enough satchels to the point where I can get... If I go back and farm all those, I'll be able to actually get myself the Razor Fang. But what I'm going to do is I am going to switch to Darko because Darko is the most well-equipped for this thing. And all we're going to want to do is investigate this. Your Arc phone is beeping. You obtained a piece of Eternal Ice! Okay. Type of ice beloved by the Lord of the Tundra, Avalugg. The ice is said to be fragments of ancient Avalugg that lived long ago. Oh, can you not, like, squat with your back turned? At last, the summit is conquered! And I see you made it, too! You flew down to this place and obtained the Eternal Ice, did you? What drives that burning zeal of yours, I wonder? It's a very good question. And it's the motivation to beat the game. Anyway, there you go, Garrick. I do have to respect the effort you've put in. I may still have my own doubts weighing on my mind, but I will make the necessary preparations so that you can face my Lord Avalugg. Meet me at Ice Peak Arena. Okay, that's our next stop. Now don't try to repeat the wondrous feat you're about to see me perform. A tall leap like this can only be managed by highly toned bodies like mine. Is it your chest hair that's going to act as a cushion? Because that is disgusting. Disgusting blue chest hair. So that is where we need to go. Is all the way over that way in Ice Peak Arena over here. But you'll notice there's a couple of areas that we haven't actually looked at yet. So what I'm going to do is if I can place this right, I'm going to put a pin right over there so we know exactly where we're going. Now you can just drop and immediately switch to Braviary whenever you're falling, which is really nice. Just make sure you're heading A and not plus, otherwise you'll switch to the wrong ride Pokemon. And we're actually going to take a little bit of time to meander here and see what else we can find along the way. You can get more Rufflets over here, which is interesting. We also got a Palm. And I'm going to keep Darko. I was going to go straight over to Ice Peak Arena, but I think I didn't realize that I had missed this entire area over here, so I should probably take care of this first. We got Ralts. I think, though, that we can get Curlia over here. Okay, there's the radishes that I was looking for. My goodness, it's been so long. And there's also an Alpha Gardevoir, which is fun. We'll see if we can catch that. What am I doing? Pressing on. I'm fat fingering everything. Jeez. Let's grab all this. We're going to grab a few of these as well. Really? What is wrong with you, Ambipom? Chill out. You jerk face. Are you going to continue to be like this? Okay, yes you are. Well, I will just take you out then. We are going to backstrike you. We are going to drain punch you. Then we're going to catch that Gardevoir, grab ourselves some sand radishes, and call this an episode. And then we'll make our way over to the Ice Peak Arena. I think it's a good plan. Okay. And I also should probably heal before we go over there as well. Not that it's super necessary, but it would be nice to get some drain punches back. Okay, let's switch on over to smoke bombs, and then we're gonna get honey cakes. Don't hit the Gardevoir, please. Now, if you could just be distracted. There we go. So I can get... Really? Are you kidding me? What in the world? I wasn't even standing up. Oh my goodness. No. Oh my gosh, look at that thing move. It's actually it's almost a little bit terrifying, actually. Like the way it just kind of glides along like that. Oh, let's grab the last of these sand radishes, and then maybe now that we're outside of the Gardevoir's space, I can get back in there. I still need that Curlia, though. And there's a Palm over here who I'm not worried about. There's an Ambipom reappeared right next to you. Son of a gun. Just a moment. I'm going to switch back to my smoke bombs. There we go. I'm actually going to put... Well, I can just move into the grass here. That frickin' Ambipom, though. Don't turn around. Either of you. Thank you. Look at that. Probably shouldn't have done that while you're in ellipses mode. Am I safe? I think I'm safe. Are you still looking over at me? Can I throw a smoke bomb and get away with it? Finally got it. Holy crap. You can see it's like a completely different time of day. I mean, I didn't actually... Oh, gosh. I definitely want that experience candy. I didn't actually, use more than, 3 or 4 more Gigaton balls in the process, but it still did take a little bit of time. So let's do that really quickly. Grab my experience candy L. I think I'm going to use that on... I already actually had one that I used on Roddy. Let me use this next one on Genevieve. Oh, my gosh. 15 experience. That's just ridiculous. And I'm going to head back to... I'm going to head back on over to the Snowfields camp, and in the next episode, we're going to head on over finally towards... Well, actually, Ice Peak camp would be better, wouldn't it? Yeah, we'll head to the Ice Peak camp, and then we'll make on our way on over to Ice Peak Arena in the next episode, because that is it for this one. Guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.